Taylor Swift surprises a superfan.
Katy Perry helps a fan with a surprise engagement.
And Charlie Puth pukes over answering a question about Selena Gomez and Meghan Trainor.
All that and so much more on today's Rundown. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to DHR. Later on in the show, we're going to be talking about how fans think Louis Tomlinson's new song is about his relationship with Harry Styles.
It's so crazy because that rumor is back. But first, we're going to talk about Taylor Swift surprising a superfan at her house. We all know Taylor Swift has a history of sending her fans amazing gifts, but this time it seems like Taylor may be showing up to their homes in person. Yesterday, Taylor gave one diehard Swiftie the surprise of a lifetime when she showed up at her house. The fan's name on Instagram is Laura Hearts Taylor, and she hopped on the gram immediately following her surprise to spill all the details.
I've just met the woman who made the biggest impact on my life, and I was able to thank her, and she just spoke about how you get to go, and oh my God, guys, I'm not sleeping for another 7 months.
Apparently, Laura thought she would be receiving some sort of package from Taylor because a few days earlier, Taylor's people contacted her to send her a surprise. Laura also shared a bunch of sweet photos of her and her new bestie Taylor hanging out in her bedroom, and as if a visit from the goddess herself wasn't enough, T also hooked her up with a bunch of Reputation swag.
Like, whoever I'm obsessed with, like Beyonce.
I was just gonna ask you, Drew, what would you do if Beyonce showed up to your house?
Puke. I mean, what do you mean? I wouldn't be breathing.
You would Charlie Puth it.
I would Charlie Puke it. I would be crapping and vomiting at the same time.
I think this just proves that the old Taylor isn't dead, because this is what old Taylor does, right?
Yeah.
She surprises her fans. I feel like DHR is all about the fans today.
It really is.
Yeah.
So much fan stuff going on. And speaking of people surprising fans, Katy Perry did the same thing when she brought two fans on stage to help out with a proposal. Yesterday was National Coming Out Day, and Katy Perry helped one LGBTQ fan's dream come true. It all went down at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where Katy Perry was performing for her Witness tour. Katy took a break and walked up to another fan named Katie, brought her on stage with her girlfriend Becky, and said, "You said you had a wish. Well, this is a shooting star." Then this happened.
This is such a cute moment.
It's so cute.
And so great for all the fans watching too. I love when musicians do things out of the norm or bring fans on stage.
Yeah.
And what a thing to do on National Coming Out Day.
It's so beautiful. My period's coming, so it made me cry when I watched it. I got emotional.
So, Drew.
Nas.
And everyone.
Yes.
If you guys didn't know, Niall Horan is coming out with a documentary on Apple Music, and a clip was recently released of the documentary featuring a new song called Mirrors, which is amazing. But surprisingly, this isn't the biggest news in One Direction land.
Oh man.
Louis Tomlinson also came out with the song, and all fans are speculating that it's about Harry Styles.
What?
Last night at midnight, Louis Tomlinson dropped a new song off his upcoming album titled Just Like You, and Louis revealed on Twitter that he had to convince his label to let him drop the song early, and then tweeted, "My next single will be a bit later this year, but I wanted to share this with you now. This is for you." So according to Louis, the song is about his fans, but fans are convinced otherwise and think that the song is actually about Harry Styles. For years, there has been a fan fiction romance between Harry and Louis, and fans have shipped Larry or Larry Stylinson hardcore. The reason why they think Louis' new song is about Harry is because the song title Just Like You also appears in a line from Harry's solo song From the Dining Table. In the song, Harry sings, "Woke up the girl who looked just like you. I almost said your name." So obviously fans are thinking Harry is singing about a girl that looked like Louis. It gets even better because in Louis' new song, he seems to reply to that line when he sings, "I wanna lay where she lays." Many would say they thought the Larry speculation was old news, but ever since Harry started going back on tour, he's been performing with the pride flag, which has brought the Larry speculation back. And I know, isn't that crazy? What do you think?
I don't think it's about the Harry Stylinson or whatever it is, but if it isn't, they're putting little things in there to make people allude to that. You
Like,
know,
you
like they're
think-
being smart about it.
But that's interesting because Louis hates when people speculate about him and
Oh,
Harry.
that's
Like
right.
he actually last year, I think it was, blocked people using the word Larry in his Instagram comments.
Yeah.
So I wonder how he feels now that like his song is out and all of the speculation is back. I mean, if they did date, they'd be a pretty hot couple, I have to say.
And if he didn't do that on purpose, then that's a really weird coincidence.
It's
because
such a weird coincidence.
it totally sounds like that he's talking about like, oh, I have a secret relationship with Harry Styles.
I know. Either way, we love you guys.
Okay, you guys, so Charlie Puth was on the Late Late Show with James Corden last night, and he played a game. It was like spill your guts or fill your guts. So basically you had to answer questions that are hard to answer, you don't want to answer. And so James asked Charlie about who's the better singer, Meghan Trainor or Selena Gomez, because he's worked with both of them. And of course he didn't want to answer that, so he ate a grasshopper and
Almost threw up.
almost regurgitated. So Josh Gad, Michelle Dockery, and Rachel Bloom were also there playing the game. So how the game works, James has a bunch of really gross things on a table, including bird saliva, turkey testicles, cow tongue, and grasshoppers. The group was split into teams, and they'd have to ask a member of the opposing team a question. If someone chose not to answer the question, his or her entire team had to eat one of the items on the table. This is the question James asked Charlie.
Okay, there's the grasshoppers.
I think I can actually do this one.
Charlie, you've done songs with both Meghan Trainor and Selena Gomez. Who's a better singer?
Then Charlie, obviously not wanting to answer that question and offend anyone, goes in for the grasshopper, and then this happens.
Charlie! 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 What incredible!
Dude, poor Puth. He also told James he had a very sensitive stomach and that he can't even be around Brussels sprouts.
Oh, this story literally makes me gag.
Ugh.
They had bird saliva on the table.
First of all, I want to know.
Bird saliva.
Naz, where do you get these things? Like, where did he get it to put on the table?
It's so gross. But you know what? Grasshoppers, people eat grasshoppers. I've actually
yeah?
had one before.
And?
They're not that bad. I had a chocolate grasshopper, and it's like, I mean, the chocolate overpowered the grasshopper, I think.
yeah.
But this was not a chocolate-covered grasshopper.
I mean, chocolate does make everything better.
All right, guys. We have some questions for you now.
We do have questions.
I want to know, all you One Directioners out there, do you still ship Louis and Harry? Do you think that his new song is about Harry Styles? Let us know in the comments below. I don't think it is, but I think it's a very, very strange coincidence.
Very coincidental. I want to know if you guys had to eat grasshoppers or turkey testicles or saliva, would you throw up? Could you stomach it?
Yep.
I couldn't. Blech, all that. See, she's out. You guys, let us know all that in the comment section below and come back.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us on today's Dirt, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
Bye.
Click left to see where Cole Sprouse and Lily Reinhart were spotted together.
Or click over to the right to see why Jake Paul is being sued.